guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry, I've been out of town for work, so I haven't had a new video up lately. But I'm home now, at my house. I don't have Becca or Joe with me. Sorry, I know they're a hoot. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys my 63 Chevy 2, or 63 Nova, shoebox, whatever you want to call it. It's cold out here in Oregon today. There's some snow flurrying going on. You probably can't see it. Anyways, behind me is my 63. I paid $1,900 for it. I found it on Craigslist. I ran and drove it onto the, I fired up and drove it onto the trailer when I took it home. It's and you'll have to excuse my throat. It's a little rough. Weather change from being out of town and coming back kind of got me all messed up. Anyways, I drove it onto the trailer. I paid $1,900 for it, which is like unheard of. I mean, it was, yeah. But as you can see now, the front clip is entirely off of it. It's got a power glide. It was a 194 inline 6 car. It's a Chevy 2 400 series, is what they call it. It was full interior, full everything. I gutted all the interior out. You'll have to also see. I was talking about my small garage. It's very small. I can barely get down there, and I got stuff on the sides of it, but that's okay because I'm working on the front of it. So, but when I took the front clip off, I don't know if you can see it, but this bolt here and this bolt here broke into the firewall. So I've got them drilled, but a tap's not taking them out. They're in there really good. I've been soaking them off and on. I cleaned up the firewall some. I've got to strip the paint off because when I was cleaning it, it kind of took some of the paint off in some places. So I'm just gonna. I liked the color, like I like the original color, but I think I'm just gonna strip the firewall and paint it black, like a semi-gloss black, for the engine bay. Power glide will come out of it. Yeah, it's getting a turbo LS. Hopefully in a week or two. I'm going to pick the 5.3 up from my dad's friend, who actually, I had an 04 Silverado back in like 08 or 09, and I sold it to him. It ended up, the training went out. Long story short, he still has the engine for it, so it has some sentimental value to me. So I'm going to take that out from him. I'm going to go buy it from him for really, I think, like $300. So it's missing the intake, injectors, harness, and ECU, but still for a long block 5.3, $300, you can't beat it. I mean, I haven't found one cheaper than that anyways around here in Oregon. It's a super straight car. There's hardly any rust. There's a little, ooh, excuse me, I can't get back there. I mean, I can get back there, but there's no lighting, not good lighting back there to show you, but there's some in the quarters. And the floorboards. The floorboards have patches in them that somebody had previously done and everything else. So I've got to take the floorboards out, which is fine. I don't mind doing that, replacing the floorboards in, but because there's holes in the back where the back feet were and in the front and everything else, so it's all coming out. And it was hit in the back. I have a new trunk lid on it. The trunk lid got pushed, smashed in a little bit, the original one, and then the panel right underneath it a tiny bit. But good thing I have Becker and Steve to help me with straightening that bell back out and making it look beautiful again. Other than that, like the grills up there, it was flawless. You Nova guys or Chevy 2 guys know that they're not easy to find in good shape, and I think there's like 1 or 2 companies out there that makes reproductions of them. But yeah, it's super clean grill, super in great shape. I actually literally I couldn't give I had to give away the front clip. Like nobody wanted any of it. Like there's one of the fenders, there's the course board. I kept that, but the subframe and the control arms and all that fun stuff, I literally unbolted it, wheeled it out. I posted it on Facebook for like $100 for a while. Nobody wanted it. Some people thought the whole fucking car, excuse my language, the whole car was like $100, and I was like, some people, like the way you word things, you have to be very, I don't know, you have to dumb them down a lot, I guess, because some people don't understand. But yeah, anyways, a lot of people thought I was selling the whole car for $200, and that was just mind blowing. My phone was just exploding with people, and I was like, okay. So I posted it for free. Some scrapper guy came and got it. I hated seeing it go to a scrapper, but I obviously don't have the room in my garage because there's the front of the car and my garage door. See, there's my welder and my The toolbox is a little small right now because it got broken into and somebody stole all my tools and everything else, and the bottom half. So I have the top half still sitting on top of my welder. But yeah, my garage is literally like 10 by 20. Got some stuff hanging on the walls, my snowboard, wife's chairs. Up in this corner here is all the classic performance parts, stuff for the new front clip. The new subframe's back there in that corner. It's all painted, ready to go in after I get these off. But I've got Willwood calipers for it, drilled slotted rotors, tubular upper and lower control arms, Mustang manual rack. It's a drag car, so it's not gonna have, I don't want power steering. And there's like the inner fenders to it that come with the kit and everything. It's like $3,000 for the kit, and you can't really beat it. Yeah, some of it's Chinese, like the ball joints and stuff like that, and the shocks. Like I'll put like Competition Engineering 9010 shocks on the front of it. I'll put like Moog ball joints. I'll replace the ball joints, put Moog in to replace it, so that way I don't have to worry about the ball joints taking a crap on me, because they will. It's only a matter of time, and I'd rather not have to worry about stuffing a tire up into the fender well. It's not the prettiest car. It's at the moment. I mean, the paint's it has really nice patina to it, so I'll keep it like this for a while until I have the time. I want to get it on the track first, at the track running, before I worry about the way it looks, because it doesn't look bad. It's dusty, yes, because it's been in my garage and I've been working on it, but it's yeah, the paint's in fairly decent condition for its age. There's no interior left. It was a front bench seat, except for the back seat. The back seat's flawless. I'll show you that another time. Actually, I think I have a video of it, so I can post it, and as well as the floorboards that I'll attach to this. The dash it's all in great shape. Door panels, the headliner sagging in a little bit in a couple spots. But other than that, the interior is in good shape. I don't know if I'm gonna mini tub it right away. I'm gonna go to like 9-inch housings. It's like $1,800 shipped, with the third member, gears, brakes, everything. $1,800 shipped to your door. You can't beat it. So I'm probably just gonna get stock with rear axle, because it has like the 4-bolt, like the drop-out third members, stuff that they used to put in like the 55s and stuff like that. They put a few of these cars have those drop-out mid center sections in them. This one unfortunately has one. It doesn't have a 10-bolt in it, which I wish it did. Not that it would hand up to the power I'm going to put to it, but I could use it for a little bit and just kind of baby it. And save me a little money, but probably not, because in the long run it's going to break and end up being more. But yeah, excuse the little mirror here. But yeah, it's a non-post car. Like I said, it's dark in the car. I don't have a flashlight on me to shine in there, and I didn't turn the lights on in the back of the garage, so it's really hard to see back there. But I'm going to have some videos up here. Actually, in a week or two, my dad picks up his, we're building a twin-turbo small block. He has a 79 Trans Am, shaker hood. It has like an Olds 403 in it right now. I actually used to race it in high school, in the high school drags at our local track, at Portland International Raceway. I have a few plaques from winning first place and all that fun stuff. It was a great time. Raced with a few of my high school buddies. Maybe I'll be able to talk Charlie, and I'll go over to his shop and I'll show you guys. He's got an amazing shop, amazing cars. He's got a 70s Nova with an LS swap in it and a 6-speed. Like he's got like a 1LE Camaro. He's got an SS Camaro, like a 2000, a 98 or 2000, something like that. But he's got all kinds of stuff. His dad actually bracket races it. They're big into bracket racing. He's a big car guy. Maybe I'll talk him into it and go to his shop someday and show you guys around it and show you his projects and what he's got going on. But yeah, anyways, enough about that and all that fun stuff. I just wanted to show you guys the Nova, give you a heads up on what I'm going to be doing, what's coming. There's a lot coming. I work a lot, so it's kind of hard to get in here, but I get in here when I can. I also have a family, so I got to kind of balance time. You know how that works if you have a family. But my first goal is to get these bolts out, these broken bolts, and they're really frustrating me. So I don't know, I got to try something. I've been soaking them. One's broken flush, one's sticking out, but I kind of messed up, I'm not going to lie. When I tapped it, or when I center punched it, I didn't quite get it all the way center, or I drilled it a little crooked, and so they're not quite center. The holes are offset a little bit, which if you know, if you're mechanically inclined and you do take things out, like broken bolts, it's best to have it centered, because if it's offset, it's not going to want to turn correctly. So I don't know if I can get you guys a picture, see if you can see the hole. But yeah, see how it's offset a little bit to the top corner up here, and then this one as well is offset this way a little bit. So I messed up. That's my mistake. So now I get to fight that and deal with that. It's gonna suck, no matter how you look at it. I got most of the undercoating off. There's still some undercoating down here. It comes off really easily, actually. It's so old and brittle, it just kind of chips off. I just used a wire wheel and also like a knife to kind of just pick at it and chip it away. This was all covered here. Like you can see all of these spot welds here. I don't know if you can see them with the lighting, but those I want to kind of smooth them out. I don't really want to use Bondo, so I kind of got to figure out what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to smooth the whole firewall. I'm going to leave like the wiper motor, the blower motor, the heater core. It's going to be a street-driven race car. I would like a 9-second street car. I mean, it's not hard these days, especially when you're building an LS1 or LS series engine. I don't know if it'll get a turbo right away, but it will definitely eventually get a turbo. I was actually talking to my buddy Charlie, and he told me just do high compression in a cam and I'll have just as much fun with it. But I like turbos. I had an 85 Toyota 4Runner that I built, a 22 RTE. I put a T3, T4 turbo on it. I've had a supercharged 4Runner. I just like the feeling of boost. But yeah, other than that, I'm going to roll some video. I'm going to end this one. Roll some video while I'm working on this and see how it comes out. I mean, can't guarantee anything. So, on that note, I will, hang on, missing something. Oh, there it is. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so I got the camera set up here. I'm going to attempt to get these broken bolts in the firewall. I've been soaking it with Seafoam's Deep Creep. I've never used it before. I saw, so I work for marine industrial construction. It's pretty much what it sounds like. I do industrial construction on the water. I'm a crane operator, nationally certified crane operator. I go out of town, like last week I was in Umatilla working on McNary Dam. It's a dam over in Umatilla, Oregon. But I also work on the weekends and part-time at Baxter Auto Parts, which is a local to Oregon and California family-owned auto parts store. I do it because I enjoy cars. I love cars. I like talking to customers. I like selling them stuff. We're like I think the biggest or one of the biggest high-performance auto part stores that are around. Like you go to a Napa or AutoZone or O'Reilly's, they don't sell high-performance parts. We sell a lot of high-performance parts like Holley, MSD, anything you can think of, really. I mean, from four-wheel drive to race car, drag cars. I mean, everything. And then your average, regular Joe car stuff. But I figured I'd try it. By reading it, it sounded like it would work okay. Like I said, I've been soaking these bolts with this stuff. I probably should have went with like a liquid wrench or something, but I didn't. I tried this, so I don't know how it's working. I haven't touched it in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, because I went last weekend and did the videos with Joe and Becker, and that Monday I left to go work on the dam. So I haven't really messed with it. They have been soaking. I'll get a little bit more on here. And see what happens. And like I said, my tools, my toolbox got broken into, and I had a big, huge tap and die set and everything else. Well, that all got stolen, so I borrowed the tap tool from Becker, and it's kind of little, and you can see it's bent now. That's how well they're in there. And I don't know if you can see. Yeah, see, it's all twisted. They're in there really well. So I stuck the tap on the end of a socket, and I'm going to attempt this, see how well it works. I still don't think they're coming out. I'm probably going to have to end up drilling them all the way out, which is going to be a pain in the ass because I really got to be careful not to mess up those threads, because if I do, I'm going to have to cut the nuts off, re-weld nuts on the backside, and I really don't want to have to do that because it would just suck. I mean, there's no other explanation. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a shot one more time and see if I can't get these things to come out. Well, tappy tappy. I really don't want to break the tap off, or the extractor, sorry, not tap. The extractor off in here.
It's snowing.
I know it's snowing, babe. Oh, come on. Yeah. God. You ever seen those memes when you see it shows the picture of a drill bit and a screw extractor, babe? No, it means you should leave the garage. You probably shouldn't be around because your husband is going to be really angry because you broke something and is trying to get it out. So you should probably go now.
Oh, you're kicking me out?
No, I'm not kicking it. I'm just saying. I'm getting really frustrated with this. Try the other one. It's not going to work. Oh, come on, don't break. Are you dressing my baby warm so she can come out here?
Well, I wanted to see if you meant that. I
If you
didn't
want to
want
be
to
out
do
here,
it.
if she wants to come out here.
She did.
It's cold.
I mean, it's snowing.
It's barely snowing. That's not
Well, I
snow.
meant how cold
It's
it is.
flurrying, by the way. She's over exaggerating.
You're a flurry. I meant but the temp was.
Yeah. Oh, this is just awesome. What? I know, a little bit. That's why they're wearing pants. Oh. Alright, well now I got the extractor stuck inside the socket. That sucks. So anyways guys, I'm going to be fighting this for a little bit. I don't want to bore you too much. So yeah, wish me luck I guess. Go ahead and give this a shot. Try with vice grips to get this broken extractor out. Hopefully I can get in there, grab it, and twist it out the other way without just breaking off the little piece that's hanging out. We'll see. Doubt it, but I'm gonna try. Ah. It's very frustrating. By the way, hold the camera a little bit better this way. There. Don't mind the rip in my pants if you can see it. My work pants. I don't really care. sure you guys know what this crinkling, crunching sound is. It's the hardened extractor chipping away because it's not going to come out. Ah. Alright, well, on that note, that's what I got to say that. It's gonna be fun. To be continued. Well, guys, I did exactly what I said I didn't want to do, and I broke the extractor off inside of one of the broken bolts. Very frustrating. So let me show you my mess up here. This one, see, it's now a solid hole. There's extractor in there. So hopefully I can get a pair of vice grips or something and turn it out. There's a little bit piece hanging out, but it's really, it's like a carbon steel, I think, and so it's really kind of brittle, you know, in a sense, after it breaks. So yeah, it's not good, not fun. I might just skip this for a little bit and kind of just start cleaning up the firewall so I can get some stuff done on this. Because, I mean, these brackets here actually are what goes. Sorry, upside down. They go. That might be the wrong one. On here, like that. They bolt in the factory spot, and then there's bars that run from the firewall down to the front of the subframe for stability, obviously. Kind of like a cage would run through the firewall down, which eventually it will get a cage. Actually, I don't know if I'll do it. My buddy and I, Anthony Bell, he owns Bell Fab. He's out in Sandy, Oregon. He does amazing work, like crazy good fabricator. He builds a lot of the cages for the drift guys around in Oregon and whatnot. And he's small, but he's getting bigger and getting more known. I'm actually planning on making a trip out to Sandy to his place to make a video on his shop and kind of show you guys what he's up to, and get his name out there and whatnot for all you people that do actually watch this and care. But he's a really awesome guy. Grew up with him, high school buddy. He actually just got back from King of the Hammers. He was down there with some of his friends or people from work or something doing down there. I think they had something in there running he was pitting on or something. I'm not exactly sure of exactly what it is, but he pretty much goes every year. I never get to go because I'm out of town for work every year, and it's right at my wife's birthday. So, sorry. So yeah. But anyways, cage. This is what I was getting at. Yeah, so I don't know. Him and I actually, we own a JD Squared Model 3 or something like that together. I don't remember the model. So pretty much I can go to the shop, go get it, bring it here, bend tubing if I need to put my own cage in. I don't have a TIG welder. I just have a snap-on MIG 140. It's 110, so it's not really good for building a cage. I mean, it'll work, yes, but it'll just be. It won't be as pretty as if I were to have it TIG welded. So I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to have him build me one yet, or maybe I'll build it and just kind of tack it and then have him take it all out. I don't know. That's to come. I won't worry about it until the engine's in it and finished and complete. But yeah, there's a lot going on. I kind of want to touch back. I'm done with the car right now. It just made me mad, so it's best to just kind of sit back and leave it for a minute. But I'll touch back on my dad's car we're building. I kind of ran off with that and didn't really explain much about it. It's a 79 Trans Am. It's ugly. It's been left out in the weather. He's neglected it in the weather. I wish he didn't, but he really has nowhere else to put it. It's a straight car, super straight car. It just needs paint work. So it's not ugly. It just needs paint. It runs and drives now, but we're building a twin turbo small block. He has actually got the block from me, and I got the block from my brother Kyle, because we pulled his old block out of something he had it in, and ended up being bad. So it was junk, and I was like, well, I was gonna build like a little 383 for this, but I kind of was tossed up between that or an LS series engine. And my dad needed the block because he wants to get his car up for this season. So I gave it to him. He just put like $1,500 in the machine work. Main studded, line honed, decked. I believe the block is machined for O-ring head gaskets. Had a bunch of work done to it. Checked for cracks, all that fun stuff. Honed. He didn't want to bore it. It was already 30 over. So the machinist, we use Don's Machine Shop out in Gresham. They've built engines for me, my old 327, my dad's old drag motors, engines. Sorry, I hate using motors. They're engines. But yeah, Brad over there, he does phenomenal work. So I'll go ahead and give them a shout out. But he just went and dumped $1,500 into it. It's forged scout rods, forged crank. I'm not sure the brand of the pistons, but they're obviously they're forged flat top. And he's crazy. He's my dad. And I tried talking him out of it, but I can't talk him out of anything because that's just who he is. But he has a tunnel ram, dual quad tunnel ram, and we ordered through Summit a couple Demon blow through carbs. I think like 890 CFM or something like that. I don't know, but his plan is to feed both carbs with 2 turbos. He bought like the $2,000 eBay turbo kit. I mean, I used an eBay turbo on my 4Runner that I spoke about earlier, and it lasted over a year, and I was beating on it, and it worked great. I mean, yeah, no, it wasn't your high brand like Precision or anything like that, or Garrett, but they work. I mean, for a guy that's on a budget, they'll work for him for a little bit until he wants to start making more horsepower. He's pushing. Hopefully, he's gonna hope to get right around 1,000 horse. I don't know. We'll find out. He's got a turbo 400 for it. Stall like a 3800 stall, and we'll put a trans brake in it and all that stuff. Excuse me. But yeah, that's actually coming here to my house in my little area right here in front of the Nova, so we can assemble it here because he doesn't have a place at his place to assemble it. So he's going to come here and do that. It's going to be exciting. I love bonding with my dad. I've learned most everything I know about cars from him. Grew up drag racing, going out to the legal street races with him. He had a 70s Nova back in the day. Yeah, I mean, it's my roots. It's in my blood. I've always loved it. Like I said, I raced the Trans Am in the high school bracket races back in high school. I'm 31 now, by the way. Graduated in 07. But yeah, so I can't wait for you guys to meet him. He's crazy. He's a little hippie. I love him to death. I call him Pappy. I'm sure he'll watch this video. He'll giggle to himself. But anyways, I think at that, guys, too frustrated with Nova. Pick up my mess, and it's getting cold. It's like probably 25 degrees, something like that. It's cold. It's windy. Snow flurrying. Not that the snow scares me. I love the snow, but we don't see it here much in Oregon. But on that, I'm gonna go spend some time with my family before I gotta go back to work tomorrow. Clean up my mess here. Think about how I'm gonna deal with these because it's not good. I don't like it. It's frustrating, very frustrating. So anyways, guys, until next time, I'll post a video that I took of, yeah, anyways, goodbye. Have a good one. Until next time.